Yes, madam.
Did you call the club?
Yes, madam. They said he'd left some time ago. May I serve dinner?
No. We'll wait.
You'll pardon my speaking, but this is getting very discouraging. Your husband 2 hours late every evening. It's impossible to plan anything.
Oh, hello, dear. I'm sorry I'm late. Well, never mind that, Wilson. Get me a cocktail or something, will you? I've got it.
Well, what's the matter, dear?
Oh, I had a terrible day at the office, dear.
Oh, come and sit down.
My head's simply splitting.
Tell me all about it. What happened?
Oh, it's the office for us. My stenographer is simply driving me crazy. And that manager of mine doesn't do a thing. I've got to do every little thing myself. First thing you know, I'll be having a nervous breakdown.
Oh. Well, Huntley, you must do something. The servants are complaining.
Well, raise their salaries. Because if things go like they did today, I'll be much later from now on.
Oh, I see. Do your arms hurt, dear?
My arms? Why?
Well, when I play a niblick shot for hours, my arms get awfully tired. Don't yours?
What do you mean?
Just this, my poor, tired
Oh, hello, Vivian.
Oh, hello, dear.
Isn't that Bobby Jones over there?
Yes. And that sand-digging person with him is my husband.
You better come and sit down. You have a long wait.
Well, I've waited long enough. I'm going home.
Oh, it's the same old story, Bob. Every time I get into one of these traps, I simply can't get out.
That's all right. It's not as bad as all that. Just open the face of your club a little bit and hit a couple more.
Do you mean like that?
Yes. Well, that's all right. Go ahead. Try another.
Oh, you see, I can't do it, Bob. Oh, do you think it's my grip?
No, your grip's fine. It's not that. Your conception of this shot is all wrong. You're not going about it in the right way.
Well, will you show me how to make the shot once again?
Certainly, I'll try to. Stand over here a minute.
Thanks very much.
But before I play the shot, just let me show you one or two things that you were doing. For example, you were addressing the ball at a point about opposite your right toe, and you had closed the face of your club. Now, in playing a shot from the sand, there are two things which are likely to happen and which may spoil the shot. One is to take too much sand and leave the ball still in the bunker, just as you did a moment ago, or to take too little sand and send the ball far over the green. I always feel that my margin of safety is greater in a deep bunker like this if I hit well under the ball, so that I will be certain to get it into the air. In order to accomplish this, I address the ball at a point about opposite my left toe, sometimes even a bit farther forward. And then I lay the face of the club off, like this, and hit across the line. Watch for the first stop. This position illustrates the straight left arm and how it controls the path of the swing. The wrists have just begun to break. This is a top position, showing the left arm still straight and the wrists fully cocked. Halfway down, notice that all the wrist action has been saved for hitting the ball. Now comes a punch, and just before impact, there is the left arm still driving through. There goes the ball. The work has been done. The left arm collapses, and everything passes through to the finish of the stroke. But from a clean lie, like this, I never take much sand, just enough to get the club under the ball. When I play the shot in this way with the club face open, even if I take too little sand or hit too hard, the ball is not likely to go over the green. And that knowledge gives me confidence to hit hard enough to be certain that the ball gets out of the bunker.
I think I see it now. But, Bob, supposing the ball is in a heel print or buried, how'd you play that shot?
I play this shot in exactly the same way, except that I take more sand behind the ball and hit a bit harder. There's one other thing to remember, and that is Since there's a large cushion of sand between the face of the club and the ball goes up practically without spin, and it is therefore necessary to allow for a good bit of roll.
I've got it. Let me try it again. Now, is that right?
That's fine.
Well, how's that?
That's fine. I don't think you'll have any more trouble on these. But you've started with the hardest shot. Let's go down here and play some easy ones.
Great. You know, Bobby, I thought I'd never get that shot.
Put the balls here, Louis. Now, there's not a great deal to this shot, except to know when to use it. Now, here, I use a mashie niblick because I have a clean lie on the sand, the bank of the bunker's quite low, and the hole is far back.
I noticed you played the ball much farther back than you did in the other bunker.
Yes, because even though the ball is lying on the sand, the shot is still a chip shot. And I play it just as I would a similar shot from the fairway. That is, back off the right foot again, with the club slightly closed, and then I hit down on the ball. You'll notice that I take the sand after I hit the ball.
That looks a nice, easy way to get out of a bunker. I'll have to practice that.
Well, that's all it takes, just a little practice. But let's get back to the niblick for a minute. You know, a lot of people have an idea that a niblick is only useful in a bunker or in long grass. But I find it to be a fine club for certain shots from the fairway. Come over here and I'll show you what I mean. Right here, Lou. Now, here's a shot which has to be stopped very quickly. I use a niblick because its greater loft permits me to hit the ball more firmly. And for that reason, it's easier to apply backspin. Well, that's about all there is to it.
Thanks a lot, Bob. From now on, bunkers mean nothing.
Well, I think it's about time to go in.
No, I'm going back in that bunker and practice.
You'll be late for dinner.
Oh, my wife doesn't mind if I'm late.
Terrible day at the office. I suppose you were excavating until darkness overtook you.
Oh, be reasonable, dear. Bob was showing me that shot with a niblick that I've had so much trouble with. But when he got through with me, I made some of the best shots I've ever made in my life.
You were terrible.
What do you mean?
Why, from where I was sitting on the porch, I could see that you didn't do one thing that Bobby told you to.
Well, what did I do wrong?
Wait a minute. You took a short stab at it. Like that. And you know Bobby always tells you to take the club back far enough for the shot. Now look.
Watch for the Mashie Niblick, the next episode in the Bobby Jones series, How I Play Golf. Coming to your theater soon.